What's up, people? We back with another episode of Beyond the Clientele. I'm your host, J1 or J100 or Mr. So 100 because you know I do it the So 100 way. And today we got a special guest in the building, man. We got my brother, man, Ryan Z, your favorite nutritionist, is in the building today, man. What's up, brother?
What's going on, good brother? What's going on?
Hey, man, first let me say this. I appreciate you for blessing me with your presence, brother. I honor that.
I appreciate the invitation.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate the invitation, most definitely, man.
I'm glad we was able to set it up and lock it in, man, and at a convenient time for both of us, man, and like clockwork, like a businessman that you are, you showed up.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Fresh out of a consultation, I had a client before I got here.
For real. Hey, it's always business, man. That's one thing I understand, though, being an entrepreneur and doing this. I make sure even though I try to do most of my interviews on Mondays and Tuesdays, I understand that I'm dealing with mostly entrepreneurs, so Monday might be your busiest day. So I'm always willing to work, man, but I'm glad we was able to lock it in, and you know what I'm saying, you was able to make it through.
Sure.
First thing I want to do, brother, I want you to share with the people what it is you do, what you bring to the look good and feel good, which you bringing it both. You make them look good and feel good. Let them know what you bringing, man, and what you do, and how they can tap in with you and own that business or whatnot. Let's get the business out the way, brother.
Well, first and foremost, my name is Ryan Zuber. I'm a clinical dietary nutritionist. Actually, I own my own private practice. My building is off Covington Pike on Covington Way, 5055 Covington Way, Suite 3. Actually own a supplement company, I own a meal prep company, I own a smoothie bar as well. All within the same facility. I supply in pretty much a concept of psychological advancements on lifestyle nutrition. I believe it's a lifestyle. No matter what diet you choose or what I create, if you can't commit to it, what's the point? It has to be committed and created based off how your life and day-to-day is. That way I can tailor make anything to you. That way it's comfortable for you to actually gradually elevate. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a stickler for people making mistakes because life gonna life. People got kids, business, death happen, everything happens. So as long as we can get to a situation of understanding each other and I understand how your life works, I build that thing around you so we can better make your situation good.
Okay. So how can they tap in with you? Do like social media?
Social media, I'm your favorite nutritionist on everything, but you can look up my name. Even if you ain't on social media, you can Google Ryan Zuber. I'm going to be the first thing that pop up. It's going to tell you about my business. For Memphis and inner city natives, I have contracts with, I'm the nutritional coordinator director for Cigna Health Insurance. So if you got Cigna Insurance, you actually can tap in with me on your own Cigna website, Total Wellness Program. I got videos on there. MLGW, MATA, Shelby County Schools nutritional coordinator. Helena, St. Jude teach class. Like I got contracts with everybody right now. So, like I'm pretty sure if you work for any one of them companies, you done seen my face on your walls. Like and we stretching, our reach as every day. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get the information out there.
No doubt, man. That's what's up, man. That's one of the. I mean, that's really, I guess you could say the main concept of fitness is your nutrition.
Correct. Like I always tell people, I have to explain. Like I'm not a trainer. I don't train people. No disrespect to them. I just feel like sometimes they should be separated because how extensive my work is. 70% of my clients actually don't even work out because I focus on how you look from a perspective of what your numbers look like, what your blood work look like, what your hormones look like. As physical appearance is important and working out is important, but longevity and how you feel. I always tell my bro, my business partner, shout out to my homeboy Ricky Deutsch, Ambition Fitness. His actually gym is right next to mine. He makes you look good. I make you live longer.
That's a good concept. That is, that's a good concept right there. So when you just say me as a client of yours, and I came to you. Do you do the blood work at your facility? Or?
I actually cannot do the extensive measure of like when you get for instance when you get blood work, you got to get a lipid panel, metabolic comprehensive, endocrinology. You know what I'm saying? So I would do probably the lipid panel where I can check your uric acid, your LDL, HDL, your cholesterols, blood pressure. We'll do a vitals check. I do blood pressure, O2 saturation, bioimpedance scans where I have machines that I can actually check the fat cells and duration of, things in your body at that pertinent time. But I am a stickler for telling people to go see their primary care, so you're going to have to bring that.
So that's what I was going to say. So you show up with your blood
But if you,
work.
like, certain people don't have insurance or, I can do the general basics of what I need to do. Like I said, lipid panel. And check them cholesterols, check the blood pressure, check your, triglycerides and stuff like that. And we can get to see, like, where those are, and I can kind of get a general consensus. Because I don't like to throw darts. I think a lot of people waste money a lot of times with a lot of people not having a general understanding of, this is what I have for sale. Now, what's going on with you, and what can I do for you to fix where your situation is?
I totally get it.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so I just wanted to clarify that because, I'm a vet myself, man. So I have a primary care doctor.
Yes, indeed.
And I go to my primary care doctor with the VA. And I have the pleasure of getting 2 sets of blood work annually instead of the one now, because I just kind of throw it off. I might go in January to the VA. I might go 6-8 months later to my primary care doctor with my TRICARE.
See, I'm that way too. I go 3 times.
Yeah.
See, I go on my own.
Okay.
And then I'm still a fireman.
Okay.
So I go.
You gotta get that physical.
But then I'm special operations.
Okay.
So
that's, you got an extra
I gotta go again.
Yeah.
And then actually it's 4. I'm on the Tennessee Task Force. Okay. So I gotta get one for the task force. I gotta get a hazmat physical.
Okay.
To make sure every year I haven't been contaminated, you know what I'm saying? But they run everything. So I actually go every quarter. I just go every quarter.
Every quarter, yeah.
Some like last year I didn't do my hazmat, but I'm doing it this year.
Yeah.
So, but like so I always tell people.
Every quarter, I mean, that's a little extensive for an everyday person.
Yeah, it's just
like
what comes with what I have.
You're required to do that, but if you can get at least the one, you should get that. You should get that. And so another question real quick, and I'm asking this for the people. If I show up with my blood work, how recent does it need to be?
For me, 90 days.
Okay, 90 days. Me, 90 days. To really, for you to do
that's
your
actually, if you actually would go to, shout out to my homegirl, Marquita, but she's a DNP, doctor, nurse practitioner. But if you go to any of them, like outside of the scope, and most of us practice 90 days.
Okay.
90 days.
90 days is good.
Mm-hmm.
Good deal. Okay, well, y'all heard that, man. Make sure you have your blood work together.
You got to have
go see him, man. Because that's the only way he can give you the right stuff.
Because psychologically we tribal, so we love to do what our homegirls doing, our homeboys doing, but our lives are not the same. Even with siblings, like me and my brother, his life stresses are different. Like he had more kids, he do this for a living. Everything changes.
Different, and y'all can have the same parents.
I got 4 sets of twins on my programs. Yeah. Just because they twins means nothing.
I just watched something on Netflix. They did a twin thing. You saw that? Mm-hmm. I figured you would probably be somebody to check that out.
If I don't watch it, people gonna send it to me.
They gonna make sure you see it. Yeah. I watched that, man. It was extremely interesting. Even though they had one on the vegan and one on the clean eating, but to see just that they genetics, the identical twins have the same genetics, same DNA, and it still give you different results.
The psychological genetic gene pool is different.
It's different.
They're not thinking the same.
Yeah.
They're not approaching situations the same.
Exactly.
So, you got to find out, which is scary. You got to get in that mirror, and you really got to face yourself.
Yeah, you got to face it.
And, whatever's wrong is wrong right now.
Yeah.
But you got to take that first step to get to the point. Everybody always looking at the end of the race.
Right.
Everybody always looking at the top of the mountain. But if you find that next step or pull up to where you can climb this mountain, you know the route now. Yeah. You know the route. Stop just looking at the top. You know the route.
Keep working.
You know where you can rest. You know where you can hide. You know where you can maneuver. Stop worrying about the top. Just worrying about figuring out the dynamic of your body and your structure. That way, nobody can tell you about you. Nobody can swindle you out of your money. None of that.
You know what works. Yeah, you know exactly what works for you. That's true, man. I appreciate that information for sure. Okay. Well, we got the business out the way, right? So, this is beyond the clientele.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, this is where, we want to get to know you a little bit more beyond the business part of you. And I'm sure that's, if you're anything like me, you walk in it. It's just in you.
Yeah.
But You know what I'm saying? Just on a little more personal level, man, we want to try to get to know you a little better, man. So what I like to start with, what I call impact by decade, right? And what I want you to do is just share an impactful moment or impactful situation that you had or experience that you had during the decades of your life, right? And we're going to start, with your first one as, little Ryan Z. You know what I'm saying? We start there, then we take it into, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, what you about 29 now?
38.
You know what I'm saying? That's what that healthy eating make you look good, though, for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just walk it down, man, and just share some impactful times in your life, man. And I'm sure it'll lead up to who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
we're going to start with the little guy.
Yeah, I'm a Memphis native, man. Born and raised Orange Mound to be exact. You did.
Okay.
But my mother did something beautiful for me. My mother sent me around multiple schools.
Okay.
I believe it wasn't her though. I just didn't like certain schools, and she had pulled me out. But in elementary school, I transferred. I went to Cherokee, Dunbar, Balmore, and Richland Elementary.
Okay.
But growing up, like right down the street, around the corner from Melrose, you know what I'm saying? That was the tunnel vision base. I always tell people where I got to come out of to actually see other things. But, most of the times when you stay in these neighborhoods, you go to these schools.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My mother did a beautiful thing about letting me go to certain schools for a minute, and she got me up out of there so I could start seeing different things. Like I went to Richland Elementary, and it was the first time I seen kids that could speak German and Asian, and then,
really?
Just had a structured system of variety that didn't look all like me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Richland, like right behind White Station Middle School.
Okay, so these schools that y'all were moving to were outside of the neighborhood.
Yeah, so my mama used to go get modified transfer, and she just, you know what I'm saying, let me go somewhere else. And school actually, still top tier. It's right in Shady Grove. You know what I'm saying? Them kids, they over there. You know.
Okay.
So that was my first time getting introduced into anything as far as even sport-wise that wasn't basketball, football, and baseball.
Right.
They had gymnastics. They had all types of different stuff. And just, us being kids from the hood flipping, like me and the only black other kids flipping in lunchtime, they seeing that, they are correlating it to gymnastics. We correlated to, we just do this on the mattress. You know what I'm saying?
We start on the mattress, now we can do it on the ground.
So like just watching how, what my grandmother used to say, the light bulb go off in white folks.
Right.
To see talents in little black kids was very funny. You didn't know what was going on because you just thinking like you said earlier, with the insecurity, this just lighting fire in you. Like, I can be, you know what I'm saying? I can do this.
This how you shine.
But you thinking everybody in the hood do this, you know what I'm saying? But they not knowing. Like, I'm
you
doing,
standing out over there,
exactly.
But you got 20 more can do the
I
same
wouldn't
thing.
do this in the hood. You know what I'm saying? But like seeing that and changing my mind into, conversing with different ethnicities and backgrounds and languages, that changed my mind to want to be introduced into playing instruments and singing and not just hoop and ball. Because to me, everybody can hoop. Everybody can play football from where I'm from. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
So it started opening my mind up to learn. I learned how to play chess when I was in 3rd grade and just, you know what I'm saying? But that's because it was like 2 or 3 black kids in every class. That's it. Everything else was something else.
Okay.
So going into that, and I stayed at Richland 1 year, but that 1 year blew my mind because I was not used to that. Kids getting picked up in Benz is not. When I went to Cherokee, everybody walked home. Everybody walked home.
Yeah.
So I started just seeing that it was more to
life.
You know what I'm saying? And at a young age, and then my mom sent me to Balmore Elementary, which was kind of still integrated, a lot, but it was kids from my neighborhood that used to go, so it was fun and competitive.
You get to see some friends
but it still was a lot of different, you know what I'm saying? And that goes back to understanding like how we innately tribal. Right. Even with my friends, we'll be trying to be competitive with the other ethnic backgrounds when we should have just been learning what they learn and we teaching them. You know what I'm saying? Because like now, I meet somebody from Spain or whatever. I'm like, hey man, what y'all be doing?
Yeah,
you know
you want to know what's going on. Yeah, but as kids, like you
don't
said,
know. You just being
instinct.
competitive. We can beat y'all in football. We can beat y'all in basketball.
I bet y'all can't do this. Yeah, you on that.
And even young, like I was hiding my intellectual prowess. You know what I'm saying? Always. A's. My problem was I was that kid make all A's and B's, but I had U's and couldn't do it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna mess. You know what I'm saying? Mess around, do whatever. But after that, I think I went to Sherwood, and then now I'm back.
Now you back in the hood.
You know what I'm saying?
But now your mind is expanded at
correct.
this point.
Mm-hmm.
So do you, when you come back, I want to know, do you hide that what you picked up?
Nah, it was crazy. I started being me in the sense of what I felt was cool.
Yeah.
But I had cousins that was like older in higher grades that was the it dudes.
Okay.
So
you kind of
I didn't hide, but they, hey man, that's corny. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, like, and God rest all they soul, man. My cousin Kel, my little cat, everybody know Kel, legendary from the Mount.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? Boy went to Miami and did this thing, brought the Bentley back to the hood.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
My folks legend. So I'm around them.
Yeah.
But years younger. I'm the youngest in the group.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kinfolk Jared on Smackers. I'm around all these folks when I'm young. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm way young. You know the age gap. I'm way younger than these folks. You know what I'm saying? And like, but they knew mentally I wasn't young though.
Right.
I ain't never been like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm seeing, like, people always like, man, you 30 what? Been to Denim and Diamond, went to the Aristocrat, went to, I'm not supposed to know about none of this, but I'm with them. You know what I'm saying? So at that young age, even then, Larry, DJ Lil Larry, like, that's Tim, my cousin.
Okay.
He's little brother, like, so.
Yeah, Lighter.
You know what I'm saying? Lighter, my cousin. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So we, me and him around all of this.
Around all
at that age. Life you know what I'm saying? So the first year I integrated back into Sherwood, it was kind of corny.
Okay.
And it was like a summer.
Because you brought some of that back with you.
I brought some of that back with me, like trying to keep playing instruments. And I wish you tell me I wish I would have never stopped playing keys. I played the trumpet, the violin, the saxophone, sousaphone, keys.
Hey, that's like a resume, like a whoa.
Prince was my favorite person.
And it's crazy how peers can influence.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Because we looking at it to like, they looking at it like you not cool. Yeah. When in actuality, if I would have been me now, then I would have said, you mad at me because I'm talented?
I'm sitting on you.
I'm talented.
Yeah, going on with that. Yeah, I'm cool. I'm just cooler than you, bro.
Bro, I'm talking about
That's rhythm, literally what it is.
Dancing, like I came up in that era. You know what I'm saying?
Too.
Like the Crystal Palace, my Sean Gunn, the Mirage, I came up in that era. The Mama's Boys, later the dance group. So everybody had to find their way in something that was cool.
That was cool.
You know what I'm saying? But
it was like, and I didn't mean to cut you off, but it was crazy because you could only do the common cool stuff.
That's it.
Don't do the uncommon stuff, the stuff that you was bringing. Don't do that. That ain't cool. You have to do the common cool stuff. And that's what's crazy.
Which is an oxymoron because how could I not play instruments, but these folks finna go dance to genuine?
A whole group over the routine.
A whole group.
Come on, man.
But you mad at me because I'm walking down the street with my trumpet. You know what I'm saying? But,
hey, that's funny, man. That's funny as hell.
I started hooping and ran track at Sherwood. Yeah. And actually, it's funny, man. You know what I'm saying? Starkeisha used to be on the track team.
Yeah.
But we all got together and started doing that. And it was kind of like I left my creative side down, but I actually my mama still allowed me to go to this performing arts school that's actually off Bellevue. It's an old fire station. And it was one of the first fire stations where the first black firemen were, but it turned into a creative arts place, and I went there and practiced on all my instruments and had vocal lessons and all that. So I still was trying to do
that on the low, though.
On the low, you know, I still was trying to do it on the side. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like, you know how it is. Like, my mama, she was like, this is what I want him to do.
Right.
But my dad like, you got about 2 more years, and all I want him to do is hoop, play basketball. He wanted me to do that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
he already got his vision. He knew
I was playing. He already had the game in. But like, he started to also see at a very young age that I was into fashion.
Okay.
So he was like, "Oh, he into girls," because you know what I'm saying.
It kind of
coincides.
hey
man, you gotta take me to. It was Goldsmiths then. I'm like, you gotta take me Goldsmiths. I gotta get to smell good. I gotta, you know what I'm saying. So I started coming to myself around Sherwood, but also hanging with Kel and them. They want, hey man, what's them? Nah, you can't go with us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, but.
They give you the game.
Give me the game super early, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then high school came. I went to White Station, 9th grade, which my mama wanted me to go, and I had AP classes. So she pulled. When I went to White Station, just 9th grade.
Yeah.
And my brother was in the 12th. Kel had came over there. Calvin had came over there, and everybody was trying to not take Miss McCurry at Melrose for chemistry.
Okay.
Because she had failed her son. So she ain't playing. She ain't playing. So everybody came over there. So it was cool because I went to school with everybody. And White Station was huge.
And this is cousins,
family, friends, everybody from the neighborhood.
Right.
But I went there one year, and then my cousin Calvin, he transferred back to Melrose. So I said, I'm going to go to Melrose with him. But my mama, she was defiant. She was disagreeing at first.
Yeah.
But then she understood the game. She said, if you can do the curriculum over here, now down in Melrose, he gonna graduate top 5 over here.
You gonna get straight A's.
That's actually what happened.
For real, because it's easier.
It was easier. 12th grade, I ain't had number 3 classes.
Yeah,
it was ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, but
mama gave you a little look. I'm gonna let you get loose.
It was so funny. She was like, "You think you can compete with Zenlu Zhang them over here at White Station?
Yeah, you get over there.
But Tydarius them, you can go over there and kick their ass.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Show out over there.
Which and I thank her to this day for that because it still gave you diversity as far as not just with being like the curriculum in school, but as a human, like Melrose was way faster as far as being a student and being a kid. Man, it was
action,
guns,
drugs,
action. Folks getting caught with liquor in the locker, pregnant. They got a nursery in human growth and development class. It was way faster.
Real,
You know what I'm saying? Like White Station was cool. They playing golf and shit. You know what I'm saying? Speaking
this
French.
Shit for real. This
over
that
here,
real life shit going
you know
on
what I'm saying?
there,
You going down the hall, they got a whole GD meeting over here. You know what I'm saying?
Real.
Like it's some whole different.
Yeah. So they exposing you to your reality.
You dig? And I always tell people like that's why I joke about my daughter. Yeah, my daughter she went to Woodland Elementary, now go to Lakeland. Yeah. But she goes to all the nigga summer camps.
Yeah.
She goes to all the nigga summer camps.
She gonna get some nigga lessons.
Yeah, like that's what's gonna happen.
You
know what I'm saying? She needs to understand the dynamic of both that. You can be seen like this over here. Yeah. But that's what you're gonna be seen like for real over here. And you gotta do it 10 times as hard as over here, then you gotta do it over here.
For sure.
So
for sure.
After that, man, I graduated from Melrose, but I didn't go to college right off.
Okay.
Even though we was the generation to go to college. And it's crazy because people be like, this man so educated and got so much. I didn't go straight to college. So kids, you ain't got to go straight to college. Like if you want to figure it out, have a plan. I'm not saying just don't go to college. Have a plan.
Don't sit and do nothing. Don't take no time off. So, you just got to figure it out with a plan.
Correct. Though. Like me, I knew I was going to college, but I didn't want to waste time and just go. And our guidance counselor, one thing I didn't like about Merrill, everybody business administration. Everybody going business administration. Unless you knew you wanted to do something different. Criminal justice, accounting. And I'm like, we only got accounting 1, 2 here. It's like White Station had like 6, 8. You know what I'm saying? So like it was so different. And I'm like, I don't want to go to school and waste my parents' money being I'm the youngest of all the grandkids. I know grandma ain't got no more money for me.
So you understood.
I understood that if I was going to go, it was going to be either off loan, grants, or whatever. But I ended up getting scholarships, which was crazy. Academic scholarships. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm glad I waited. But I went right out of high school, man. My partner actually owned the Dixie Queen. You know what I'm saying? A couple of them gents. And I was running them gents when I was in the 12th grade. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I only had my little 3 classes, and I dipped. I'm headed to school, which Mr. Bridge is the principal at the time. Everybody know Legendary Chief. He respected it. He said, man, where you going? I said, I got to go to work. Yeah. And, like, at Melrose, one like White Station, it was only, like, 4 or 5 people that probably drove at Melrose. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, he was like, I see you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He got to respect that.
That boy going to get
to the money.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then I was a good student. I was one of his honor society students. I was like in those standings at that school. You actually now, as I see it, having contracts with Shelby County schools, which is crazy, like full circle.
Full circle.
they like to be inclined in tune with them kids because they ain't got that many of them.
Right.
Although you psychologically kind of detune the other kids because you need to have your hand on them too. But the kid that you know that really don't need no help that's doing this, they be like, "You good? What you got going on? Hey man, stop by my house." You know what I'm saying?
It was, and you represent the school.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. It was so funny, bro. Senior day, like everybody on stage, and they give out the accolades. When them folk called my name for honor society, my homeboy said, "Fuck." You know what I'm saying?
They ain't know you was on there.
I always used to tell them, I used to be with y'all. I did my work.
I'm doing my work. Y'all
was
bullshit. I'm doing my work.
Like I did my work because I know what my mama, daddy, and grandma finna do.
And they had put that in you.
Yeah,
way back with Lil Ryan, they put that in you
already.
So you already knew. And then that's why she was able to make that decision and let you go back to Melrose, knowing you understood the mission. Yeah.
Correct.
He ain't gonna go and get off track.
No,
he gonna go handle his business over
sir.
there. So that's what's up, man.
No, sir. Yeah. Then I was running the Dixie Queen probably for a couple of years till the OG went. He ended up some feds and
some situations,
some other shit we ain't gonna talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
some situations.
I was doing good, man. I had all my partners working there, all my homegirls working there. Ran a whole like $1 million business. When you know what I'm saying? We were doing 30 and 40 a week. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about, I was making, and people can go back to that time. It was the premiere days.
Right.
Everybody thought I was doing something that I wasn't supposed to be doing. I told you, I worked at Dixie Queen. Yeah. But how he had it structured was how he had it structured based off his other business. Who my hardest worker? That's who gonna get the perks. That's who gonna get the bread. You get advances around here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And actually, he got caught up in a case that was under the BMF indictment. You know what I'm saying? Conspiracy and all that. So he ran his businesses how Meech ran.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But he knew dude. I met dude when I was 19. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So he all the way in.
He knew dude. You know what I'm saying? But like to go back to what I was saying, why college kept getting pushed back, I was making $1,200 a week at 17.
Money. Yeah. You
$1,200 a week.
Money. No kids.
Why am I going to college?
Yeah, no
you know
kids,
what I'm saying?
Yeah, you get money.
Not knowing, like,
and you getting it legit.
Come on now.
Yeah.
4,800. Come on now.
Yeah.
I'm talking about I had 3 cars. You know what I'm saying? Like, mom and them, what y'all need? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But my daddy told me, he said, "Hey man, I see the whole thing." Because my daddy he know what's up. I see the whole thing. They coming for him.
Yeah, it ain't gonna last forever.
You just don't know when. Because he said he's trying to go legit, which is fun. Ironically, Meech was trying to go legit.
Everybody trying to flip.
He said, but they own him.
Yeah.
They own him.
They'll let you keep trying. They'll let you go legit for 3-4 years and still come get you now.
When my mama told me, like my mama shared the department 40-something years.
Okay.
My aunt San, Colonel, MP. When they told me,
you know what's up.
My aunt was like, "Hey, I know you love them. We love them."
Yeah. He came through.
You got to. You got to separate because they coming for everybody.
Yeah, it's over.
She said the only thing gonna save you a minor. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But once that reality happened,
now
I had to hustle, but I ain't had nothing to hustle.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
and ain't nobody giving that opportunity again either.
No.
You gonna have to go to regular work.
I gotta go to work. So man, I did what every other Memphis dude would do. I go get a warehouse. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta do that.
And I found the perfect warehouse where I didn't run into nobody that I would ever know.
For real?
Everybody else going to Williams Sonoma. They're going to Jable. They're going to Technicolor.
Yeah.
No, sir. I went to this company called Win It.
Like,
when you need it. Like, they was like a third-party company. Like, they could have been, and one on Amazon, they was trying to do like some Amazon type stuff. You know what I'm saying? It was a third-party company. You would order from a big company, and we'll ship it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I'm 19, 20 at this joint. Became the inventory control. I still had to grind.
Had that grind. Yeah. And then that's on your resume that you've been running them Dixie Queen. Yeah.
Correct. You know what I'm saying? So,
they see that.
They took a chance on me. You know what I'm saying? Underpaid me because they,
they knew they could. Yeah, they knew they could. Yeah.
I respect them. Shout out to all them. I respect all them. You know what I'm saying? And I stayed there for a little minute and ended up mind the money just wasn't doing what it was supposed to be doing.
I know exactly because you got spoiled a little bit with that. You like, I'm getting bread.
We at the premiere. Yeah. I'm like, we in the VIP with all the drug dealers.
You get real bread. And then, like you said, you young. You don't have no other responsibilities.
None. I ain't got no baby. My brother ain't had no kids. You know what I'm saying? my parents was super straight
Good.
with their bread.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
so
saying?
you
We
can't
was cool.
do nothing but win.
We were
Yeah.
cool. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna be a young man with that money.
Yeah. So like going through that process, I went and got another job at Nike.
Yeah. Okay.
And ended up becoming an inventory control specialist over there.
Okay.
But I just was killing myself. My daddy kept
Working
asking
hard.
me, "Man, how long you gonna do this?"
Yeah.
He said, "Man, that college thing,
It ain't
you know,
it ain't went nowhere.
It ain't
yet.
went nowhere." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, the girl I was talking to at the time actually ended up. She was finna get ready to go to Southwest, and she filled out my application. You know what I'm saying?
Got a little push.
So she filled out my application, helped me with all that. ACT score was cool.
Yeah.
And I'm more of a worker, test taker. I understand the dynamics now as I got older, being
Right.
an analytics studier and all that other stuff, and case studier and all that.
Yeah.
I understand that it's a system to test now.
Yeah.
But back then I didn't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you honestly look at school is repetitive.
Exactly.
My grandma used to. That's why I don't think school is hard, and why people like, man, you finna go nursing school now? Like after all this? School ain't hard. My grandma used to always tell me, somebody dumber than you already did it. The answer's already out there. You just got to go find them.
Yeah.
Don't think school hard.
It ain't.
Now, when you get to a PhD level, you got to do your own work. That's something completely
That's
different.
different.
It's
Yeah.
time consuming. It's a sacrifice.
Right.
You did. So she figured out my app, and I ain't know what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know I had an auntie that was a paranoid schizophrenic,
Okay.
and I had a mentor. His mom had schizophrenia, which were two different things.
Okay.
And I was intrigued how both of them were very different because everybody else thought they were the same type of illness.
Okay.
So I said, maybe I need to go into psychology because this intrigues me based off them two people, being
that.
around them two people. I love my auntie. I was in love with her.
Yeah.
Beautiful. You know what I'm saying? But she
a trip out.
You know what I'm saying? So I took behavior sciences, and you know what I'm saying, at Southwest, and then I was taking summer courses, trying to finish up fast, and ended up getting in the University of Memphis.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And finished up that degree, but I was bored.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And by this time, I'd have had my daughter done got married. You know what I'm saying?
So
we're going fast.
Yeah, I was going to say, you skipped that part now. Yeah, you done made some moves at this point now. So now, let's rewind. Yeah. I want you to rewind for me. So in the time you had your daughter, were you was at the warehouse at that time?
Thank you. Yes.
Okay.
Back at the warehouse. Yeah. So,
okay. Because what I like, the reason I do this, I like to see where that mind click, that transition where, you know, you go from accepting what you was doing. Okay, I'm gonna do this, and then it's like when you had that baby, you like,
yeah,
I got to.
Yeah, cause like what's crazy, me and my ex-wife had talked before, and then I had talked to the girl that did, but we talked for a long time.
Okay,
but we ended up stopped talking, and I ended up
doubling
seeing
back.
my ex. Now I saw her when Wook had opened. What was it after the premiere?
You talking about
when he reopened it back, it wasn't the premiere no more. I forgot what it was.
Level 2.
Level 2. When he first renamed it Level 2.
Yeah.
And I seen her in there and with her homeboys and her line sisters. And her homeboy, I will buy this man whatever he wants to this day. He seen me say, "Hey man, she been on you since you walked back in here." I said, "Word?" You know what I'm saying? So man, we just had a different kind of chemistry.
Y'all had that energy,
you know what I'm saying? And locked in, end up, you know what I'm saying? She actually is the reason I'm in the health field.
Okay.
Like I said, I was going to school for behavior sciences. You wanted to do I got psychology, sociology.
Okay.
And that's where I was at. But me getting back in with her, she had a nephrotic kidney disease.
Oh.
And she found out about 13, 14, lived with it all the way up to, you know, having my daughter. But having my daughter is what triggered the illness. And she needed a kidney.
Wow.
So I donated.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that whole process of not only healing her, but healing myself after the process, it changed my life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm a full-fledged humanitarian for Methodist University.
Wow.
Transplant clinic, transplant foundation donor. Actually doing my first transplant event next year.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's what's up.
living donor, you dig? So that whole experience changed my life.
There we go.
Marriage didn't work out,
that's
but
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I want that part right there, brother. I want that.
That whole experience changed my whole life and outlook.
Hey, that touched me right there, boy. You said, man, you end up giving her your kidney.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I always tell
Y'all
people
was a match.
Yeah, I always tell people she my first client.
Wow.
And my hardest client.
And my wife is a dialysis tech. That's why
Word.
whenever you said that, I knew who you was at.
Yeah.
She's a dialysis tech, man. She's been a dialysis tech for about 20 years.
So check it, right? So,
man,
like I'm a clinical dietary nutritionist. Cool, but people don't understand the story and how he got there.
Yeah.
So, her before the transplant was on in-home dialysis.
Okay.
I ain't want folks in my house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Especially folks, that
Strangers.
didn't understand, you know what I'm saying, the dynamic. So I went to school.
Okay.
For me graduating already, I had relationships and became the scholarship president at Southwest.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And this actually was just me working my gab, you know what I'm saying, but also charisma, understanding rooms, being able to feel energy and display the same energy that needs to be reciprocated.
Okay.
A lot of people saw that earlier, like shout out to Mary McDaniel, the first African-American vice president of FedEx, my mentor, love you to death, paid for my colleges, her daughter Christina McDaniel, the boss Chris. These folks changed my life, changed my whole dynamic and looking at how people look at me and how I look at crowds. You know what I'm saying? And how I look at people. But man, she was like, "Hey, what you?" I told the vice president at the time, and the chair Rose Lander. They was like, what's going on? I told them about the situation or whatever. And they was like, I said, man, I need to do something because I want to be able to do the dialysis and all of those stuff. I learned about it. Yeah. And they was like, why don't you go to EMT paramedic school? We'll pay for it. It's free. We'll just get you a donor. And Miss Mary was like, I'll pay for it. You can just, I need you to do a couple of speeches. Need you to be at these banquets. Need you to put that tie on and look, you know what I'm saying, do what you do. Yeah. To bring in more, scholarship dollars, whatever, you know what I'm saying. So we ran up that, and I graduated from that, and then I ended up going back for nutritional dietetics and analytics, nutritional one-on-one, like all that, end up doing all that. You know what I'm saying?
And was that necessary for what you had done, or you just got intrigued?
Started getting the bug, but I also understood the reason I'm in nursing school right now.
Okay.
You got to learn it from all sides if you want to be him.
Yeah.
Just the reason social media got people so confused, we believe certain doctors or anybody that holds a position, just because they smart in one area, they smart in every area.
Okay.
If this is an endocrinologist, she know the heart.
Right.
If I need to know about the kidney, I need to go to a nephrologist.
Okay.
She may know, but she ain't that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just like with real estate, this person knows real estate.
Yeah.
Stop letting real estate folks try to fix your credit.
Right.
That ain't what they do.
Right. I get it.
That ain't what they do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I understood the concept that everybody knows. You know what I'm saying? Not shitting on nobody. You know what I'm saying? The last podcast I was on, I ain't pop my shit. I ain't shitting on nobody.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Ain't nobody seeing me with nutritional dietetics, analytics, lifestyle, none of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I do the work.
Okay.
I build the rapport. My Rolodex full of, no disrespect, black healthcare professionals as doctors. Yeah. I'm going to go find them. If I can't find it, I'm going to find you the answer. I do the work. You know what I'm saying? So I understood that dynamic and scope of practice and how much ground I could cover here. But when I started hitting the brick wall or the ceiling with certain pre-existing conditions or cohorts that may need to be created that were not, I need to go back to school.
Okay.
Now, what would bridge the gap? Me becoming a doctor.
Dig that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But a doctor in what on a doctor in what field? Doctor, nurse practitioner. You know what I'm saying? To where family nurse practitioners are where now, not only can I take care of your family, I can feed your family.
Right.
That's why I'm plugged in. Shout out to Black Seed Farms with my ecologists, and botanists. Now we're gonna grow. We're gonna go grow the food that I want to feed you. You know what I'm saying? So I want to be the whole pipeline.
Okay.
Now, if you ask my dad or where they come from, it come from. Oh, I know it's you distribution. He thinking a hold up. It's the same concept. Though.
It is.
It's the same concept.
You the plug.
But if you trust me, why wouldn't you trust me? But like that's how people get messed up. They'll trust you in one area of expertise. I'm going to go get it all.
You got it all. Though.
Like that's why people always look with my shirts when I be in uniform at events, and they be like, "Damn boy, how many acronyms all on?" And going to get more because I want to cover you, and I also cover me.
Right.
When people that don't look like us ask me questions,
and you got that real knowledge.
You know what I'm saying?
You went and got the full. Yeah.
I'm gonna go get it and keep going. That's always up on my CEUs. Anytime they got a new class coming out, I'm going to get it. Yeah. Like that's how I became even on the fire department. Special ops, air rescue, special rescue, barge rescue, Tennessee Task Force. Yeah. Them classes free.
I'm going to get
them. Because my grandma also told me don't ever be in a situation where white folks can tell you what you can't do.
Ooh-wee.
You know what I'm saying? Or anybody, because now it's us.
Yeah.
It's us. we so fucked up to where it ain't even that this person he want what I got. They just don't want me to have it.
Don't want you to,
you know what I'm saying?
He ain't even competing with you. He just don't want you to
win. He don't
win.
want you to have it. So, like, I'm gonna go for everything. And I'm gonna work for everything.
I can do
You know what I'm saying? So
I'm finna get back. Okay, I want to just rewind one more time. We had the baby girl.
Yeah.
Bam. The bug hit you. We're going to run it down. The bug hit you. You started with the dialysis to be able to take care of the missus.
Take care of her. She was my first client.
That was your first client.
Yeah.
So that triggered some knowledge in your mind and led you to say, you know what, I'm going to get a little bit more of this.
So I'm glad you did that because now you just made me remember something.
Yeah.
So I actually had to do some hours of clinical care at a company.
For your school credit.
Yeah, so
okay.
And my mentor thought it would be a great idea.
Okay.
And one of my homeboys, most firemen, they got side jobs. You know what I'm saying?
Because they be doing the 24 hours.
We only work 9 days or 10 days a month, depending on whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? But we got hella time off. Off. So he was like, "Hey man, you know what I'm saying? I know you don't want to do that private ambulance thing and all that old shit." He said, "Man, I work at a blood bank, but they'll give you your physician assistant substitute license. You just got to work there for a certain amount of time, this. I was like, sound free to me. I'm cool. Let's sign me up. You know what I'm saying? So, but with me, like my charisma, I ended up being over them.
Oh, you working that? You work that system too?
Yeah, I ended up being over them, but it was through relationships.
Okay.
Like, my boss would tell me, man, I need this. I'm hey, I know somebody at Southwest that did this. I know somebody at University of Memphis that can help you with this. I got a partner, so I was linking networking. I'm networking my ass off, linking people to information.
Okay.
That's why one thing I'm big about in my business, I am the information bank.
Yeah.
I link people to information that better helps them. You can take this, you don't need to bother me no more. Take this from, hey, information don't cost you nothing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That. So, like, I was linking so many folks to information, she started asking me, like, hey, wait, what else you want to do?
What you doing?
Like, this white lady was intrigued. She was like, what? So I started telling her. So, I don't know if it was on the books or if anybody knew, you know what I'm saying? Plus, I was going through my separation at this time, but I still was working. My ex-wife probably would agree. Flirt with her to get what you need. You know what I'm saying? For sure. So I was flirting with this old white lady to get what I might. This white lady ended up paying for all my classes off the books. I don't know if it was. I don't know if it was in the budget.
It don't matter.
It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? But she was sending me.
It's a write-off.
She's sending me to like different cities on the company dime, like. Yeah. To take stuff saying they need it for the company, he needs to be qualified, he needs to be certified, he needs to be
man.
Bro, I ain't use none of this shit.
Let's get it though, yeah.
I ain't gonna name the company, but I ain't use none of this shit. So I started to like shout out to my business partner Ricky Deutsch. He got his first gym.
Okay.
And the whole time I'm still working at the little gym and the fire department.
Okay.
And he was like, hey man, you can start creating diets. You know what I'm saying? People, and so I just started creating it for free,
just off just the
love,
knowledge,
just because I knew it.
Yeah,
I knew it, and went to a seminar with another mentor. Shout out to Dr. Larry Walker, like an uncle to me. You know what I'm saying? He actually was one of the co-owners of the Dixie Queen.
Okay,
he was a cardiologist, just retired, and he was like, hey man, you want to go to some of these conferences with me? I was always into that. I'm gonna go, man. Meeting new folks that was in the A, whatever, if it was here. And I started understanding biometric screenings, the kinetics to the body, thermogenesis processes by going and stuff with him.
Okay.
And seeing what people in our city or in the game of nutrition and health wasn't using.
Yeah,
I'm taking a doctor's approach.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's another reason I'm uniquely sought out. I take a completely different approach.
Okay.
I'm not putting you on the scale. That's the last. I don't care about you weight.
Yeah.
What you weigh don't mean you healthy. I know people that's 140 pounds. They got diabetes. You know what I'm saying? All type of things. But I know a girl that's 300 pounds living her best life with nothing.
Yeah.
You dig? No so problem. That's the last thing I care about. I don't care. That's why I constantly say that to tell people, like, I'm not a trainer, bro. I don't care what you weigh. But once I start going to all these different classes and start adding these things in my repertoire to my business, I didn't know it was a business. I just was learning. My business partner was like, hey, man, you need to be charging. Like, bro, like, you making all these programs? Because I was cooking for him at first because he was getting ready for a bodybuilding show.
Okay.
And, that's how I got into meal prep.
Okay.
Like,
So
that's a process. That's how I got into
all
meal
the
prep.
process falling in line.
I started meal prepping. Me and my wife still together. You know what I'm saying? She was like 400 meals in here. I said, yeah, Ricky got me cooking for clients.
Yeah.
So there was the networking.
Okay. Yeah, because he got
I didn't have to start marketing.
Okay.
Whoever he had ended up being my client.
In the door, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, fast forward a little bit, nigga started feeling himself doing a little too much.
Yeah.
Divorce.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, we just say the D word.
Divorce. You know what I'm saying? Probably if we both wouldn't have been petty, if black people had a better understanding with therapy.
And this is
Yeah.
Oh, y'all connected forever.
Still.
You can't
But
say
I can't get rid of her regardless. Ain't no pun intended. Pun intended.
I know.
We check in every day.
Yeah.
You know, if we miss a day, it's a recheck in. Because like people, I always tell people, they be like, man, y'all still so close. Y'all still talk. Well, first of all, she got my daughter.
Yeah.
I need to make sure she 100% comfortable on any aspect. I ain't know what she asked me to do. Yeah. She ain't got to worry about nothing.
Yeah.
Whatever she want to take care of, she take care of. But I take care of everything. You know what I'm saying? Because you got my baby. My baby needs somewhere to stay. My baby needs to get to where she need to go.
For sure.
I tell any man ain't knocking nobody. You know what I'm saying? How you take care of your business, your gripe with child support. My child needs somewhere to stay.
Damn right.
And she got to get there.
I'm with you.
So I take care of both of them.
Yeah, I say that all the time. I don't understand people. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know the beef and stuff go on with child support, but I feel like a man should have a problem giving his kid they money.
Well, understand, like some of these folks out here, everybody should have kids.
Yeah.
Everybody should have kids with certain people.
Yeah,
I always said I think people should get licenses to have children versus marriage license.
For real.
There's a lot of motherfucking folks that shouldn't be parents.
Yeah, for real.
But
and mothers and fathers too.
I
go both ways.
I always tell people I knew exactly who I was having a child with.
Yeah.
I knew, especially with her life on the line. Her doctors was against her having babies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We took that to the altar. You know what I'm saying?
So y'all had,
you know what I'm saying?
Y'all locked.
Yeah.
Y'all locked
we
in.
solid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no matter what.
And it's respect. Ain't no disrespect. I don't hate her. We ain't never had no kind of issue. If you hate a person at that level, what did you do? Yeah. And what did you not do? Yeah. It's a conversation with yourself you need to ask before you put that on that person.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? But the meal prep business started going crazy. So I went ahead and thought I LLC'd it right now. They first trying to figure out my business, thinking what I'm doing. And not realizing I needed to register my licenses as far as being a healthcare professional, all this other stuff to do this. So I ended up getting a business manager. But now, mind you, the meal prep business and the smoothie business I created was through the roof.
Took off. Through
the roof, man. I'm talking about because I popped off right around before COVID and during COVID.
Okay.
So it was a scarcity really with health. Yeah. You know, and I was one of the only real people that was giving real knowledge.
Yeah.
Everybody else was just like, I'm this, you need this. Here go this sea moss. Not telling them that the sea moss quality you getting is in parts per billion and you ain't gonna get enough in your body to subside what you doing. Let's talk about this always. I'm gonna look at this camera. Sea moss is actually harvested only a certain amount of times a year. So when everybody say they got sea moss, somebody capping.
Yeah.
Somebody capping. You know what I'm saying? So I was going through, don't believe this shit. Everybody don't waste your money. It's way other mineral compounds. Pink Himalayan salt in your water will give you 80 minerals.
Yeah.
Type shit. You can go get that from Kroger.
Yeah.
So trying to run somebody down for sea moss like it's that new pack. Cut it out. A lot of people don't be wanting me to talk about it because they sell this certain stuff on mine, but people know now I'm at the state and age and at the level to where, hey man, I'm teaching classes at St. Jude and Methodist. We not about to keep on putting this out here with this negativity. Like, come on, man. Nah, so
you gotta get a real information. If you have it, it's only right.
It don't cost me to tell you the information.
Yeah, it's only right, man. You gotta give the real information.
If anybody tries to tell you or create a problem that they say you may have, and the only answer is what they selling, cap.
Yeah, it's plenty more answers.
And another reason a lot of people don't understand experts, because experts don't always look like we sure. Most people that look like they sure can't be wrong. Cap. Yeah. I don't agree with stuff I said 2-3 years ago. Especially in my field, because humans change or case studies come out. Stuff changes. It's progressive. But anybody that's always absolute, suspect. You suspect. You big suspect. You know what I'm saying? So Like, man, when the business started going off and situation happened or whatever.
Yeah.
But she still was supportive though, G.
Of course.
Hey, you still can do this here. Hey, what we got? We got an event this week. She was still saying we.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So like I knew she was
she
down for
still
me
had your
progressively.
back, but just
she still had my best interest.
Yeah.
She still had my best interest. Plus also she know.
Yeah, she knew
More
what
money
it
I
was.
make,
Yeah,
more
you
money
still
they
gonna be
good. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
For sure.
So ended up, you know what I'm saying, going back to school one more time.
Okay.
To get one more license. And then I started my LLC with Your Favorite Nutritionist. And my homeboy, I was trapping out of the gym. The other gym we had was just a warehouse.
Okay.
And I'm just in the open, just trapping.
Yeah,
just doing
straight off the table.
vitals, doing everything I can right there.
Right
just
there
off the
off the
table. I set
table.
up, like, in between the treadmills. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, but I was getting to it. I'm talking about 7-8 consultations a day.
Yeah.
Meal prep 30 folks a week. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of busy work. Yeah, a lot of busy work. You know what I'm saying?
So you had to do the work.
I'm doing the work. My dad ain't retired yet. I ain't retired. My pops yet. He wasn't here with me cook yet. We ain't had an event center access, none of that. Like, I'm going to get to all that. So, we ended up getting a new spot, new gym. My boy ended up moving.
Okay.
I get a little closet office. I get a little closet office. So, I ended up quitting the little blood bank gym.
Okay.
So,
well, you had the white plug yet.
To me, I don't count the fire department as a job.
Okay.
Because they all go to them.
Oh,
That's how I got to set up. Whatever savings or whatever's left over after they taken care of goes into my daughter's savings.
Okay.
And a Roth IRA. You know what I'm saying? So
okay.
I don't count that as a job.
I get it.
Everything off me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing
up.
a lot of busy work. Even though I still can, dabble in the
know what
saving
you
whatever,
mean.
but
Yeah,
I
I know
don't
exactly
count
what you
none
mean.
of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I start really seeing, hey, my partner got a new building, so he like, hey, man, I love you to death. I said, no, we got to talk about rent.
Yeah,
we got to talk about rent.
Yeah.
And it wasn't nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like how we look at stuff, we look at plays. If I do this, they take care of it. I ain't got to worry about that for the rest of the month.
Damn right.
But I can do it a couple of more times and just keep on putting it to the side. I can take care of 6-8 months. You know what I'm saying? So we told me what the rent was. So now I'm like, only is my daughter not dependent on me and my ex-wife. My boy depending on me to help him make his shit be successful as well.
Right.
Because if I'm successful, he's successful.
Exactly. Yeah,
y'all. Now my boy, we getting everything in there. Now I ain't gonna front. You know what I'm saying? We competitive, so I can say this. I would own that boy ass when it came to clients. Like although he was doing classes and all that, he'll tell me because I was mobile too. I'm putting them in the house too. I'm taking my scales, my machines, everything to the house, doing DEXA scan. I'm doing everything.
For real.
Because COVID, didn't nobody want to leave the house.
Nobody want to leave.
I'm coming to the house with scrubs on, with a mask, all that.
Yes,
so you know what I'm saying? I had COVID tests.
And that's extra.
Yeah. I'm doing COVID tests before I leave, all that. You know what I'm saying? So people were so comfortable with me, you know what I'm saying? And I'm giving them a general understanding of what people have never introduced to them before.
Right.
You paying all this insurance to these doctors, they ain't talking like this.
Yeah.
You paying all this insurance to these nurse patients, they ain't talking like this. You know what I'm saying? And then from an emergent care aspect, people were so comfortable with me because I saw it from the other side. Hey, when the ambulance came, I do that too.
Okay.
How they do, what they do. How was they care? What they say? Nah, they lying. You know what I'm saying? Or he was supposed to do this. She was supposed to say that.
Okay.
So now they getting real comfortable. Like, and I always connect it. I do this from this side, from the emergent care to home health care, all that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we started really getting to it, man, and then we got into the supplement game.
Okay.
I started off with vitamin D, vitamin C, elderberry, everything.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Had a plethora of everything. Went to the moon again. But that also put me in a different limelight and eyesight of medical care. You know what I'm saying? In healthcare, because COVID was going on. Yeah. So I'm going down to Atlanta. I'm going to the FDA classes to understand how I need to get stuff registered, how my bottles need to look. I ain't got no problem mingling. I ain't got no problem spending money to make money either.
Okay.
I'm going there. I'm talking to doctors like, hey, what it cost to take you to lunch, this, how many patients you would have had, you know what I'm saying? Hey,
you doing a power.
You know what I'm saying? I'm moving them. But this is what I saw from the drug game. Yeah. That's what I saw. Yeah. I'm seeing folks come through, they paying for the hotel, they paying for this, hey, just to get in on the next plug or whatever, or how they party. Everything taken care of, you come to our city. Yeah. I invited you. Yeah. Like my stepbrother always tell me, why y'all paying on my birthday? It's my birthday. Yeah. I wanted y'all to come. Y'all ain't got to pay for nothing. I know their life. Yeah. I don't know the other way around. Hey, here go y'all tickets. Here go. No. Even when we travel, we go to another country. If it's the homies, you got a night, I got a night, he got a night, he got a night. whatever you spend is what you spend that night, and wherever we go is where we go. We don't know what we picking. It's just that's your night. One night we was in Tulum. My night ended up being 8 racks. Yeah, it is what it is. Paid for it. I just was in the room like I need to sell. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like we look at it different from that aspect. You know what I'm saying?
And you know you getting to the money though. You know you working.
Yeah.
You know you getting.
And then it ain't always about the money. Sometimes you know what I'm saying. Sometimes you need that reach for them relationships.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because when you ready for certain opportunities, like which is the next stage I'm gonna go to, it's gonna go fast, and you need to be ready. So mind you, I'm meal prep, consultation, everything I'm doing taking time. My mentor told me, it was like, you think you need to get into teaching or social media? The OnlyFans thing popped up. How can you be everywhere at once? Be forever. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to my recent business manager, Tanika Johnson. You know what I'm saying? She put me in the space to understand, hey, we got to start getting these corporate contracts to where we can do companies. That way we can start building programs. I got my first shot, though, before her with Cigna through my cousin, Sam Nelson. He owned Massage on the Go, biggest medical massage company in the South region. Straight from Memphis, you know what I'm saying? Beth Grove, Orange Mountain native himself. He done won 40 under 40. The black one and the white one. He the only person I know that won both of them. You know, you got Cynthia Daniels. It's a whole nother one where it don't be hardly none of us. He done won both of them. He won both. You know what I'm saying? But he put me on game on that with Cigna, and I end up, like I said, getting more Cigna contracts than him. You know what I'm saying? So I got, through Cigna, automatically I got MLGW, Matter, Shelby County Schools, Shelby County Government, just for the big ones. I got several other, but those were the big ones. I started moving and grooving and doing work in them, and it
just took off.
He kept going back, like, or other people, not just him, would just keep going back to Cigna and, hey, this is what we doing. We're the vice president at MLGW. That's who I want to talk to.
Right.
I want to talk. Who run it? Who my contact her?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I started building relationships outside of Cigna.
You're a smart individual.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I started building a relationship outside of Cigna. And now I got contracts with, like, so for example, I use Shelby County Schools. Love y'all. Shout out to them. Yeah. I got Cigna Shelby County Schools contract.
Okay.
I'm a vendor for Shelby County Schools, so I got my own contracts.
Okay.
And coordinated school health with Shelby County Schools is another contract. Yeah. All with the same company. So I get 3 checks. And then, not to mention, just like if Will for Cigna hit me talking about they got special programs, I'm the first source. He was like, hey, man, I need this at this event. I know you got an event today. It can be a drop-off. Yeah. Send me your premium. So I get paid like 4 ways off one plug.
Off one plug.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you network.
You got to.
Yeah.
But you got to, I tell people, you can do all the networking in the world, but like.
You got to make something happen.
You got to, you know what I'm saying? You can meet all the people you want to. It's like being the dude when you was young, got all the cousins with the clean car.
So what?
Like, where your car at? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can go pick your cousin car. Where your car at?
Or like every time we say something, me and you talking about something we just did, he got a partner that done did better.
He did it too.
Like
that's my nigga, he did the same thing, but he did it 10 times.
Come on, man. He did it 10 you know what I'm saying? So like I always say, like, you gotta be ready, because in our field and with the eyes on us, people that ain't like us looking for us to mess up. People that look like us don't want us to have it. Yeah. But when them doors open, you need to be able to perform. Stop looking around, like stop looking directly across the street. Yeah. Man, you gotta be able to look around the corner. Yeah. You did. Martin Luther King was like that. Like I always use one analogy for my business. Mm-hmm. People think the Montgomery Boys boycott was about not riding the bus and sitting at the front of the bus. Right. They already had a carpool system. They used to take money up and had a brigade of 25 cars to get people to work. Yeah. The goal was to bankrupt the bus company. It was not to sit at the front of the bus. Right. So while you sitting here thinking about sitting at the front, he thinking about creating their own system and creating their own company. He was on this Marcus Garvey. Right. But these are the stories that you don't know. That's why I say I'm a reader. I hate when people say they. Who is they? I'm gonna go find out for myself. Right. You know what I'm saying? Find out for yourself. Like, man, getting back on track with the business. I started getting offers to actually speak. Oh. But it was off of fluke. I started posting. You know how old pictures come up on Facebook and Instagram?
Yeah.
I started reposting when I used to speak for Southwest.
Oh, okay.
And just were like, speaking this was the day I did this.
Yeah.
So somebody asked me, I love black church folks. Hey, can you come speak at our church?
Yeah.
Can you come speak at our church? So I started using not just the pictures of, like, you see the angles was everything.
Right.
And marketing how it would look like I wasn't in no church.
Okay.
It looked like I was, but
you just at the podium.
You know what I'm saying? So people started, you speak?
Yeah.
You speak? And then Signa started asking me, hey, could you do online videos for us? And that's why I started figuring out how I can be everywhere. And I was like, what you mean? She was like, we gonna set it up in this kitchen or wherever, and you do this, and we can share this across the nation.
Wow.
Now that's why all I was on.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to be on. How can I create programs and build programs for people? But what happened with it, I get so tunnel vision, my meal prep started to decline because I was too busy.
Yeah.
The bread was up.
Yeah, because you want to give 100% to that new thing.
Yeah.
That's what we usually have.
And I tell people, like, you got to give yourself grace because God can't bless you with new situations when your hand full.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So what I did was try to maximize that opportunity, you know what I'm saying, or every opportunity that I got to see how I could be everywhere. You know what I'm saying? MLGW started asking me to do certain stuff. Shout out to the VP, Jackie Jones.
Yeah.
She was like, she I don't know if she knew I had a whole team. I don't know if she thought I was a whole company. I'm straight.
She just saw you working.
And she was like, I did a week for them at every facility. And everybody will always tell you, like, even I just went to the food truck event, they had vendors out there.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, oh, where your booth at? Where the crowd at? Like, everybody know I come with it. I come with it. So I was like, nah, I ain't working, but she was seeing me working, doing everything. She was like, I got an opportunity for you. I was like, what's up? She was like, I need you to be at every facility. You know what I'm saying? We do a big thank you to all the workers after the outages we had on the last ice storm.
Right.
And she was like, you just let me know your price. And I always tell people this. I took it from Tyler Perry. Sometimes you can't let people know your price.
Ooh-wee.
I tell people this right here. And because most business coaches will disagree with me. But this is your price and my price, my price. Stop let people ask you what's your price and ask them, what's your budget?
For sure.
What's your budget?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because now you got two things. I've disarmed you about overpaying.
Yeah.
But you have to now be vulnerable and tell me what you got.
Yeah.
And I got to make you feel like it's okay to pay me what you gonna pay me. You did.
I like that, bro.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
It ain't my price. It's your budget.
It's your budget.
Yeah, we gonna make it happen.
We gonna make it. That's what you just called it. We gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
What's your budget?
Because you say the wrong price, now
Correct.
you out of range.
And you always talking about getting on social media. People won't pay me. No, you ain't asked the right question.
Yeah,
you think I'm finna tell this lady a price. And this is the vice president. I'm not talking to no I'm talking to the VP of MLGW.
No, the VP. Yeah,
and it wasn't no president, so she the president at the time.
She running the whole show.
The dude hadn't got appointed yet.
Oh yeah,
he hadn't got appointed yet.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like you can actually go on my page and see his first week. He's shaking my hand, got his arm around me.
For
like
real.
He thought I worked for MLGW.
All the time.
Because I got MLGW shirt on, walking through collar shirt, like I looked like I worked at everybody speaking. He didn't know who I was. He thought I was he thinking I'm a VP.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, that's my table over there. But I'm here every week like I worked. I said, you can give me, I'm joking with him. I said, you can put me on payroll. You know what I'm saying? I'm here all the time. You know what I'm saying? But I told that lady, and she was like, my biggest check to date. You know what I'm saying? I ain't, I'm
no doubt.
Talk that noise. It's five figures for 3 days. Yeah. You did 5 figures for 3 days. And I ain't talking about no 10 racks.
I heard that.
You can go on X that a couple, you know what I'm saying? X that. You know what I'm saying?
3 days.
3 days. Because it ended up being another ice storm that week. Oh. So we had to shut it down. Oh. So mind you, me shutting it down, you ain't thinking of numbers like my brain. I made money while we were shutting down. I made almost what I had spent on doing for her. So I'm constantly still making money. Then we come back. She said, we just going to redo it in about 2 weeks. So I said, let me let you know when I'm available.
Yeah. Now you got leverage.
You did. So I let her know we came back, knocked it out.
Knocked it out.
And I done set up here and made more money. Wow, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I had literally cleared my schedule to do that.
Yeah.
Nah, I had went ahead and opened the books back up. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
let's get to it.
it.
Yeah.
But like, I think it's building relationships on any level, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't never know who you gonna meet.
Hey,
Be
that's
courteous,
for real,
be respectful.
brother.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta bow down. I don't believe in that word being humble, because if you actually look it up,
Oh, I'm so glad.
if you actually look it up, I
look.
would never put myself in that position.
Hey, hey, you know what? I know it's more. I know you got more, and I'm loving the story how you just came to this level and this knowledge
And we went
that
quick.
you got.
We went
Yeah,
quick.
you just ran it down real quick. But it leads me to when you said that word humble. You feel about it how I feel about it.
Oh yeah.
I'm not feeling it.
No.
And see, I think we've been misconstrued about humble.
Yeah.
They've been teaching you that, and I'm like, nah, and that don't mean shit on nobody.
Mm-mm.
But I'm saying just celebrate my wins while I can't shine.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And you led me right to that, man. I'm gonna ask you about another word because we got to close. I got another one coming up, man. And like I said, I'm loving the vibe. You came up. You said you had one sibling, one brother.
Mm-hmm.
And you're the oldest or youngest?
I'm the baby. Actually, I'm the baby out of all the grandkids. My daddy got 7 brothers.
Okay.
I'm the baby.
You the youngest
but you
of
would think,
all the kids.
But you would think,
one of the older ones. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You got the wisdom.
my grandma always, I always go back to my grandma. My grandma you seen everybody fuck up.
Yeah.
Ain't no
need to do the same thing they do. Yeah.
That's why I got one baby.
Yeah.
Who was my wife.
With
You
your
know what I'm
wife.
saying? So
Yeah.
like I went to school and keep going because she was like, you never stop learning. Like, but you know what I'm saying?
So with that, right, when you talk about humble, who taught you about humble? Where did that come in your life?
Like, honestly, where I hear it so much and heard it so much, church. I talk to pastor all the time, but hey, stop saying it.
Yeah.
Stop. Any pastor I see, stop saying it.
Yeah, don't say that.
Because you talking about a certain humbleness that you have for God. I get that.
Yeah, that's a different humble. See that, and you know what? I say this. I say, I believe in being humble to a higher power.
Most definitely.
I believe in being humble to life. Like you said earlier, life is life. And I believe in that. I believe in being humble to knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Competition.
I believe in being humble. I love you just said that the competition is necessarily not humble, but being aware and celebrating my brother or my sisters when they do what they do. Man, because, you know, me personally, I was taught I'm going to be happy when you bless. Yeah. Because when you get blessed, that means God in the neighborhood.
Yeah, for sure. And when I say competition, I mean it in a sense like a good sport.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I mean when I say competition. I mean if we're competing with each other and you win, it's love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I win, it should be love. I'm not mad at you celebrating because you won.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and just dimming my light.
I can't do
to
it.
let everybody else
I can't
shine.
do it. I can't dim my light. I can't.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I can't lower my intellectual prowess. Now, black people, I feel, are bilingual.
Yeah.
Most definitely, I don't have to use, in order to confabulate iridescently. I don't have to use those words.
Yeah.
I don't have to TI you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
I don't have to TI you. You know what I'm saying? So I won't do that around when I check the energy in the room.
Of course.
Check the energy in the room.
Course,
but me still being who I am, you always gonna see and feel that.
And you learn, you go back to your childhood when you talked about the abilities that you had acquired at the other schools.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go back, that you actually were being humble then.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
You were being humble. Say, oh, well, no, I ain't gonna show out on that. You know what I'm saying? That's just normal life humbling you. Yeah. You was an adolescent. You were young. You didn't know the value of those skills at that time. But as a man, you ain't got no business running around talking about on humble.
No, sir.
Not to nobody. Like I say, to a higher power. Yeah. But to individuals or amongst a group of a room full of people, it's not necessary.
Now, most definitely, people get that construed or they can get conflicted with understanding. This does not mean people cannot tell you when you're wrong.
Oh no,
This
oh
does
no,
not
not
mean,
at all.
This
Yeah,
does not mean that you need to
you
listen.
gotta understand what's actually going on.
Be a man of understanding.
Yeah.
Be a man of reciprocation.
And that's where the knowledge
what I'm
come
saying?
in. So if, like you said, if you're wrong and someone, you should be able to stand corrected.
Mm-hmm.
As far as sometimes somebody might have to pull your coattail. Hey, you should be humble to that.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying?
You need to be able to listen to somebody. Be able to receive information, constructive criticism.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you're not always right. If you was always right, you'd be further than where you are.
Man, for real.
You know what I'm saying? So
and like your grandmother said, you're always learning.
I'm always taking in information.
Yeah,
and you can learn from any and everybody.
For sure.
You can learn from someone's circumstances and their riches, and you can learn from a lot of people's mistakes. I love to live and learn from people's mistakes.
For sure.
Because that way I can understand, okay, they did that because of this.
Yeah.
I got a cousin that was kind of like that. So, like, you know what I'm
you
saying?
gotta evaluate the whole situation.
So you look at it like, I know where he at in life.
Yeah. I ain't trying to go there.
Exactly.
You
know what I'm saying?
Tell me about another word, man. How you feel about that word loyalty, man? Let's talk about that.
Man, loyalty, in this generation of time, I believe people use it loosely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? From me, in my perspective, I'm going to be loyal to what's loyal to me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm also going to be loyal to understanding, you know what I'm saying, the concept of how much I give to somebody, whether it's physical, monetary, or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, they're not always obligated to give
it back.
Because their dopamine experience of what they got from what I gave them, they may not have had. You know what I'm saying? So, but that doesn't still mean I need to look at the same loyalty back from them.
Right.
How they can interpret loyalty to me, you know, is how they can do it. Like I got, you know, when you was younger and with different parts of life, it's crackheads that's loyal to you. They can't give you what you get them though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They wash your car. They gonna make sure don't nobody bother
only
your house
shopping
while you
with
gone.
you. All that.
They gonna do all that. You know what I'm saying? So, or like my daughter, she can't buy me nothing.
I'm with you.
You know what I'm saying? So like I look at it in that aspect.
No doubt. Well, what about the word love, man? How you feel about love?
It's tricky.
It's tricky.
Just like loyalty, but love, like, you know what I'm saying? When I love undying. You know what I'm saying? It's a forever ship.
For sure.
Regardless, you know what I'm saying?
And what you and just going back to what you was able to do for your missus back, man, that was
and like people be tripping because that's my ex-wife. Man, y'all divorced? I be like,
but that's real love.
That's love still though, G.
Yeah, that's real love.
Even in the same breath. I love that woman, G.
Yeah.
What she can provide to my daughter, her impact on my life, I can't take that from her.
You can't take it back.
I can't take it from her. You know what I'm saying? People are like, well, that's a different kind of love. No.
Love
is love. I'm just in a different
love.
Space in my life to where we ain't on that.
Yeah, y'all just it ain't y'all ain't together, but the love is still there.
That's like titles, bro.
Yeah.
Like people be like, I don't believe in titles because you can be married one day and you can not be. Does that mean everything goes with that?
Nah.
You can have this job and not have this job.
Right.
Am I still not a mechanic?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You just don't work there no more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So people, that's society though, bro.
That's society. Yeah, that politically correct thing. That
Insecurity in society.
Yeah.
People they don't want to say the
they
right.
They don't even want to show they love. They don't even look. They feel like they supposed to hate you.
Bro,
all the time. They love you to death.
I got a situation, but man, she know. I love Shawty. She know that.
But she know it's a different type. Yeah, she knows it's a totally different
type. She actually respect it because she got a daughter.
Yeah.
She respect it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You got to.
And if you with a woman that ain't on that type of time, fellas.
Get you another one.
Man.
Yeah, get you another one. Yeah.
That's a whole nother conversation.
That's a whole nother episode right there. For real, man. Hey, let me see. I want to get a few more in on you, man. All right, tell me this, brother. Tell me what would you consider to be your wow factor?
Adaptation.
Oh.
Adaptation. Man, I can adapt to anything.
That's a good one.
It don't matter the situation, no matter the circumstance, no matter the ethnic background of the group, no matter how much money in the room.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave my impact.
Yeah, I can do
every event I done,
yeah.
Every time I done spoke, even if it just was an event where I was invited to a house party.
Yeah.
Hey, who was dude?
Yeah.
Who was dude?
You gonna leave
If I'm at a house party, they gonna turn the music down. We gonna have a conversation for a minute.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave me with y'all.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So I say adaptation. For sure.
Okay. Tell me this, man. What makes Ryan Z, happy. Simple.
Man.
Happiness.
Seeing other people happy, honestly. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
If you actually look at what I do, home health care, firefighter, special ops, clinical dietary nutritionist.
Taking care of people.
My grandma said I was put here to take care of people.
Yeah.
Psychology.
Yeah.
So I was put here literally to take care of people.
That's dope.
So like I don't know what else I could do if I couldn't take care of people.
That's dope. Yeah. What's your sign, brother?
I'm a Libra.
Libra.
But I'm on the last day.
And that's September?
October.
And
September. But
okay.
I'm October 22nd.
Okay.
But what's crazy, like I always tell people, I fuck with the zodiac, but also my grandma made me read, so you got Egyptian Torah. Mm-hmm. So I look at those too, but also my grandma say I'm bad because I'm a Libra that was raised by, I got 16 aunties.
Okay.
And I was the baby. Yeah. So who kept me? Everybody.
Oh,
so I'm
like that too.
I took game in.
Yeah.
People always be like, they're using for manipulate. No, I took game in to learn how to move. Not learn how to get women. I'm going to get women because we fly. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And then that's where that adapting come in.
Adaptation.
Yeah,
you know
that's where it come in at.
You know, if you over Aunt Sheila house,
you better act
she don't
this
like
way.
how she did. But if you over Aunt Faye house,
you can run through the house and everything. Yeah. You know exactly what you gotta do.
Auntie Bubble ain't play by nothing.
None of that. Sit your ass down.
So, like, I tell people, man, you know, they right there. You know what I'm saying?
Dig it. I can dig that, man. That's what's up. So tell me if you can complete this sentence for me, brother. I want you to tell me, man. I want you to complete this sentence. It hurts me to see.
Black people still in the place we in with the mindset that we got.
Oh, we. And elaborate on that. Mindset in the sense of, are you talking nutrition? Finances, what?
We can break it down from a nutritional health aspect since that is my expertise.
Okay.
Don't allow why y'all allowing people to tell y'all more about yourself than you should know when you live with yourself every day. Mm. I think a lot of people are scared, like, to know the unknown. Take your ass to the doctor. Because you would be hurt if they told you, if you would have came 6 months ago.
Ooh, and you hear that all. I hear that. I've heard so many testimonies of that. If I would have came, if I would have just.
This morning.
Yeah.
Said I got hypertension. I said they diagnosed you. Nah, I just know I got it.
She done diagnosed herself on Google or something.
Took her blood pressure this morning, 190 over 110. Ooh. I said I want to call in the ambulance. Yeah. She's like, you serious?
Yeah, you need it.
If you would have called 911, I would have came. We going to the hospital.
Right.
We going to the hospital. You stroke level, baby. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to tell you. So from that aspect, be able to. How can you wear all these clothes and all that, and you don't care about what you put in your body. You don't care about how you take care of yourself.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? But even with the mindset of just being happy for one another, you know what I'm saying? Like, how are we still in a space with all this technology and we super haters now? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You did nothing positive with it. Yeah. Maybe 5% of us are taking advantage of what's going on. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I look at it like the club scene. If every club in Memphis was full, not even 1% of the population of this city is still at the club. Right. That's how many people use things to the benefit of the good. Yeah. It's a 1 percentile of us. And do we have our faults? Yeah, but it's like you're given the opportunity to be better on your own, not like they did in the 90s.
Right.
Not like they did in the 80s and the 70s and the 60s when they really didn't have no choice. Yeah. You're given the opportunity to better yourself at the click of a search. Yeah. And you choose to search bullshit. All day long. You know what I'm saying? You can fix your own credit.
For real. You really can.
No disrespect to the real estate agents. You can learn that shit on.
You really can.
Man, you saw the game I was popping on OnlyFans.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That was dope.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was giving out vital information about how you leverage credit, how you do. I learned all that stuff by listening to somebody. I ain't got nobody at school. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now, I did fact check them and go find the books. I was sitting them over for 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? But
when you found that information and was able to use it and make money, though.
Yeah, quick.
That quick.
That info gave me to play. Them said, you do this, we're going to give you 30% of this and this and this. End up making 10 bands and talk for 30
And that was a week. It was like
10 bands in a week. Yeah. And I went on the OnlyFans 30 minutes. Yeah. Talking. Fully clothed. fully clothed. Because that's how they OnlyFans set up. It's you buy information.
Right.
They on their gen right now, doing case studies, breaking down people PPP loans. So you can show up them folks finna come after you in the next couple of years if they ain't came and got you yet.
Yeah.
If you did something fraudulent on your PPP, they coming. They coming.
I said that.
Yeah,
I said that, folks.
So they've been on there for the last 6 months, breaking down what you need to look for. If this ain't in there, they come.
It's coming.
Or they gonna start garnishing because we are a 4C state. We still one of the states that still they can garnish your checks. For, like all that, 6
get all that bread back.
That's why I be telling dudes about child support. Y'all don't even know what kind of state you hate child support. You have not learned anything about it or educated yourself to even know why they can do what
they just feel like the broad winning.
Yes,
she got
you entered into a contract when you went down there. You entered into, but man, that's another episode.
Whole nother episode there for sure. All right, check it out, man. Tell me this. What would you say that you learned as a child, right? That you don't believe today? Something that you thought you knew as a child, that as a man you say, hell nah.
You will only be able to do so much because of your color. Huh. Yeah.
You really believe that when
I was younger because it's what I saw. Yeah. Because how the curriculums were based. You remember they only had Black History Week in school when they taught us. Even though it's a whole month, they were only going to teach from their week. Yeah. And they only programmed us through certain people that only came from either the church or certain backgrounds to where it was a huge overcoming and white people helped, like Frederick Douglass. Yeah. They never made you believe that you could do it by yourself. They never let you see that you could do it by yourself.
That you could do it with your own
or they
people.
never let you see that you could do it with your brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
I learned about Marcus Garvey in college. Why didn't I know about this man when I was little?
What I'm saying? He stood up. You should have learned about him for sure.
Yeah, if you would have asked me about Malcolm X when I was little, he went to jail, he came out. I didn't know this man had all these degrees. I didn't know this man was this smart. They didn't teach you the full story.
Part. Yeah, they didn't teach you that part.
They didn't teach you nothing. Oklahoma first. Come on, man. Yeah. Come on, man. So learning the little stuff. Then I only thought that I thought it was.
You thought that was a ceiling on us.
Yeah. It went to the point to where you stand up and I want to be a doctor. They ain't say you couldn't do that. They be like, if you try real hard.
Yeah. Good luck.
I'm gonna be Dr. Zuber in 3 years.
Yeah, for sure.
Ain't nothing to talk about.
Hands down.
I always put stuff out into the atmosphere so you can never tell me I did something I said I ain't do.
Yeah.
I do that on purpose. Yeah. But then
and they make you do it. They make you stand on it. I said it. I got
the team, man. You couldn't tell me that Lil Ryan that used to be in KL Mustang outside the club knows over 200 doctors at the drop of a phone call. Yeah. I know every major vice president or president to every company in this major company, MLGW, Coca-Cola. I know all of them. I can call them right now. Yeah. You can. I wouldn't believe that if you told me that when I was little. Yeah,
that's real.
I wouldn't believe my daughter literally love you to death. It scares her. She thinks I'm a celebrity.
Yeah. How old is your daughter?
She'll be 12 Wednesday.
That's what's up.
We went to
Little Air Reed.
Yeah, we went to the food truck
festival.
And she was counting. She said, you hugged 67 people.
For real?
She said, they called your name. He was singing, and he called your name and kept singing. I walked past the stage and just...
Devin was up there.
Devin got off the stage, and I spoke to Devin, seeing Courtney leaving. I forgot who... It was Desmond up there.
Okay.
Yeah, so she was like, how is this
That's crazy, yeah.
I said, you got to be good to people, baby.
Yeah.
But I also don't be nervous to being, she having a birthday party. I'm going to get up out of here, though, but she having a birthday party.
No,
she's nervous that she put all her friends in the same group text because she has friends at church, school, and she got cousins.
Them turned up cousins.
So she done put all of them in the same group. And she wondering how they don't all mingle. I said, you remember when I told you growing up, I knew all the kids that played instruments. Yeah. I knew all the kids that played sports.
Yeah.
I knew all the kids that would fly.
Right.
And I didn't never change.
You always got to be the same. Yeah.
But, they go back to, I hate to say it, the drug game. Yeah. My brother told me you got to be able to make money everywhere, homie. Yeah. So you got to be able to speak the language, the lingo and the language in D.C., in Houston,
for real,
in Cali.
Whenever you get around.
You said they just can't be, I love when we go out of town, and you probably get it too.
Yeah.
You from Memphis?
Yeah.
They look at we don't look like what they think we look like. You know what I'm saying?
And then I'm originally from Illinois, but I ain't go to
Chicago
school in
and
Memphis.
Illinois
It's all the same. Yeah, it's all the same. And then I got Southern roots. My grandfather from Mississippi.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so I got them Southern roots. But I came to Memphis in 01. I just got out the Army. I told you I just lost my first wife, so I came to Memphis as a widowed father with 4 daughters at 24. And
the fire was in Illinois?
No. That was my childhood.
That was your child. Okay.
My childhood, I lost 2 sisters.
Okay. Yeah. That was in Illinois.
That was in Illinois. I was 13 then. But my wife passed. She was in D.C. and we were both in the Army. So she was at Walter Reed when she passed away. And I got out the
From
military.
what, if you don't mind me asking?
Cancer. Yeah, T-cell, lymphoblastic lymphoma.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I knew I can say it to you and you gonna get it. You know what I'm saying?
I got an auntie. You know what I'm saying? But also, it's crazy though. Like, a lot of the stuff that I enter in dealing with, somebody in my family or either at church dealt with it. So I'd be like, if I was born before,
you would have had the answer. You could have helped it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For real. But man, I came here, man, and raised them and you know, tapped into Memphis.
They grown?
They grown. All of them grown.
They still here?
So a couple of them here, a couple of them in Houston, one in Maryland. I got all grown daughters, man. I got 1 grandbaby. Yeah.
Grandbaby got you wrapped.
Yeah, for sure.
Got grandson or granddaughter?
Granddaughter.
Can't get no boy, no.
I actually have a son, man, but that's another episode, man.
You did.
But you know, he's grown too though. He's 21. His mom took him when he was like 5.
Okay.
You know, it's one of them type of stories.
Yeah,
but that's my youngest. But all my daughters, man, solid.
Man.
Yeah.
And God bless the right. I say always all the time. And my grandma used to say it. She told me before she left this earth, you ain't gonna have no boys.
Yeah.
You ain't no boys. God need men like you.
Yeah.
Girls.
Yeah. And mine, hey, it's a thing in my family too. And my daughters, like I say, they got minds like me, like they strong minded, strong will, you know.
They hustlers.
Everybody do, real estate, you know, work, some just work, you know, military.
Yeah.
You know, couple college grads. One graduated from U of M. One graduated from Temple University. They good.
That's good.
On point.
That's a blessing, man. Especially in today's time. How old your oldest?
My oldest 30.
Sheesh.
Yeah, my oldest 30.
And
my youngest 24. But see, even with that, just to have 1 grandchild in that's not even a normal thing.
No.
Like, to have grown daughters.
They took
6 of them.
They took something else.
And 1 grandbaby, man, that shit different, man.
I was the last one to have a baby at the grandkid. Like, even though I'm the youngest, but like, cause some of my cousins got kids
when they were young.
That's my age.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Which is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was that cousin though. See, I was one of them center of the family type of kids where my mom is the oldest daughter. I'm not even the oldest grandchild, but I was the oldest around. Like, it's probably like 3 or 4 older than me, but my mom being the oldest girl, I'm the baby that came home.
Yeah, you got some nieces and nephews or like.
I got a couple nephews.
Well, what's the backwards? We always say the Mississippi way. You got some uncles that you older than.
Everybody actually like 2 years older than me. Okay. My youngest auntie and my youngest uncle.
Y'all like right there.
Right there together, yeah. My youngest
I know some folks like that. I got some cousins like that where like the niece.
Yeah, she the little kid. Yeah, I mean the niece older.
She older. She super older.
I got two that's 2 years older than me. Everybody else is way older. But I was that kid, man. So I was right there with I still call my grandparents mama and dad.
When you started cutting hair?
I started cutting hair when I was like 15, man.
Oh, yeah.
14.
So you cut hair in the service?
A little bit. You know, it was cutting hair was just a skill.
Yeah.
I never sought out to be a barber until, you know, after I came to Memphis. I did the music for a minute. And I had the recording studio and all of that going, you know what I'm saying?
I know your partners.
You do?
Because I remember them chains.
You do?
I know your partners. It's 2 of them. What's the tall, dark-skinned one?
Not with this chain, though.
It wasn't like that? Mm-mm. They might have been wearing your shirts.
They're probably my shirts now. Yeah. The clothing line, yeah. You definitely probably done ran across the
Yeah.
potters with the shirts for sure. But I did the music, recording studio. You know, once that didn't take off, I went back to my old hustle. Started doing the barbering. It just gave me the freedom to do other things. That's why I chose barbering. And, you know, I've been rocking with that about 13, 14 years now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But one more thing before we get out of here, man. I want you to tell the people what's your plan for, say, the next 3 years.
Next 3 years.
What you got up and what's your vision? Where you taking it to, man? Personally, business, whatever.
Yeah, next 3 years, thinking about getting into philanthropy for sure.
Okay.
Doing a lot of community service work.
Yeah.
Building programs for teen moms, teen dads in school. I actually wanted to start an initiative for that. Most definitely gonna get into a nonprofit organization because I just got yelled at about it. I thought you had one. You know what I'm saying? I should be getting involved with doing nonprofit nursing school. Hopefully
you're gonna be finishing that up
in 3 years. Yeah.
3 years, you'll be finished.
I already have. I will probably be halfway through in a nurse by then. But my goal is when people say finish, I'll be Dr. Zuber.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna kill myself to do it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So that's my goal for 3 years, and just keep landing these corporate contracts, man, and broaden the scopes and practice of my business, and this new approach as far as I'm taking now, being more vocal on social media with the information.
Yeah.
And putting the proper information out there.
No doubt.
You know, to build relationships with more doctors, more African American healthcare professionals, from clinicians, pharm MDs, getting their face on my platform, chiropractors, physical therapists, to show people that the people that look like us that's doing this all the way around.
Yeah.
And they from where we from.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Some aren't. I ain't gonna front. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? I ain't
yeah.
gonna out them. But some of them, like most of us from sleeping on mattresses on the floor, man. You know what I'm saying?
You just made something out of yourself, for sure.
That how you start most definitely is not how you gonna finish. If you take the advantages that you actually afforded to and make the opportunities. I ain't gonna say make the opportunities.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, my next 3 years might look real good. You know what I'm saying? Rebuilding my programs right now, taking on a lot of new clients because I'm doing subscription-based things. I'm making people lock in.
Okay.
This ain't no more week to week. We finna be in a relationship.
Subscribe.
We finna be in a relationship.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? So, and it works better like that because it takes 90 days to create a habit.
Yeah.
You know, this is a lifestyle change. It's not necessarily a situation to where you can do something and you get off this.
Yeah.
If you talking about health, this is what we're going to be doing.
Yeah, you got to stick it out.
And you're going to fall off. It is what it is. I'm not mad at you if you
yeah.
do fall off. I'm not mad at you if you have a drink or a cookie. We need to understand why we doing it.
Yeah.
And what comes with why we doing it. And get back on track.
Get back on track.
It is what it is.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
It ain't about motivation. Like I always say, motivation is the nitrous booster. Motivation can only give you what you give it. Mm-hmm. But discipline and consistency, that's the car in the fuel tank.
For real.
You got to get in them to move.
Yeah, to make a
that's
move.
That's every day regardless. Every day regardless. You know,
that's my biggest thing. I feel like if you, I think that even as a parent, if you can instill some discipline in a child, my daughter was upset with me one time. They told me, what she said? She said, "Oh, you wasn't there when we was crying on each other's shoulders and woo. All you gave us was discipline." And I said, "You know what? I go to the grave with that one."
Yes, sir.
Because I know that right there.
Yeah, that's in you.
That's required in every aspect of your life.
Mm-hmm.
So your sister, you cried on your sister's show. I understand Daddy wasn't right there, but if I gave you that,
yes, sir.
Oh, you straight.
Yeah.
I ain't got to ask for much more. If you got that, you know what I'm saying?
You got me with you.
Yeah, for sure.
And you got something that you can.
Man,
it's versatile.
Everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's required in every aspect of life.
No, definitely.
Yeah, I don't see nowhere where you can get by with no discipline.
Nah, ain't gonna happen.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna happen. So I said I go to the grave with that one. I take that.
I always tell people like with the social media versus the old rules, and the old rules ain't never not worked.
Yeah.
Discipline will outweigh an algorithm any day.
Any day.
You can catch an algorithm.
For real.
You can't catch discipline.
You can't
Either
catch,
you got it or you don't.
You got it or you don't.
You got it or you don't. You can be like you can catch one video that's going.
Yeah, go viral.
But if you consistently posting, it's the people that actually consistently watching you that's really gonna be your supporters.
They gonna rock with you.
I tell people anytime I'd rather deal with my main 100 than get a video that got 100,000 likes.
For real.
Because my main 100
they stand.
Is gonna buy.
They stand.
It's gonna support.
Yeah, they stand.
It's gonna
right
show
there.
up
for real.
For everything. I ain't got an event space that's gonna fit 100,000 likes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Go
saying?
on,
so
man.
why am I worried about 100,000 likes?
For real.
You dig? That ain't even, you know.
Real
if
talk.
I get it, I get it. But I'm with people.
The ones that's with you.
And that need me. I'm for whoever looking for me is who I'm trying to find.
No doubt.
You dig?
No doubt, man. Well, we gonna end it on that note, brother. I wish you the best in all your future endeavors,
wish you the best
man.
too, likewise, brother.
It was a pleasure chopping it up with you, man. I appreciate you sharing your story with us.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And we definitely gonna run it back later on down
Yes,
the
sir.
road.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna get that update, see where you at. You know what I'm saying? See how them tests, because you know them you get to taking them tests and that nursing school, boy, get busy. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see how them test scores come back and all that, man. But once again, it was a pleasure having you, man. I appreciate you coming on the show, man. And that concludes another episode of Beyond the Clientele. I'm your host, J1, J100 or Mr. So 100, because I do it the So 100 way. And shout out to my special guest, my boy Ryan Z.
Yeah,
man, your favorite nutritionist,
yes,
man.
sir.
Till next time, brother.
Yes, sir, baby.
Hey, we out.